Hey guys, it's Lefty from 643 Productions welcoming you to another gameplay commentary, and in today's video I want to talk with you a little bit about the DayZ issue of hacking and scripting. Oh hey, in today's video we're going to be talking about DayZ. Oh man, I got jokes, like and favorite for Lefty having jokes. Now let me explain why you are seeing Call of Duty gameplay in a video that is clearly labeled about DayZ. Before you get your panties in a twist, do not bitch about it in the comments. Please, this is just gameplay that is there for people that need something to focus on visually in the traditional gameplay commentary setting. DayZ itself does not lend itself very well to traditional gameplay commentaries. It just doesn't. For a 6, 7, 8-minute video that I record and then record an auxiliary commentary over, it doesn't work well. So this is the gameplay is again there for people that need something that can't not focus on the visual aspect of videos. But for you people interested in the topic, what you're going to be focusing on is what's in your headphones, earbuds, or speakers, and not what's going on in the screen in front of you. It has nothing to do with it. They are completely separate entities, and bitching about it and getting your panties in a twist is just completely and utterly stupid. But anyway, like I said, I talked about the hacking issue, the hacking / scripting issue. It's scripting. It's not really hacking. It's a lot of it is scripting. You know, little kids just download these scripts and put them into DayZ, and then they can spawn in whatever they want, wherever they want, and do crazy things to the servers. And the outdated anti-cheat client for Arma 2, which is BattlEye, is just it cannot keep up at all. These guys, the game is for all intents and purposes blown wide open. And I talked a little bit about this in my live commentary series, my my PK/murder guide. But again, like I said earlier, I needed time. I needed a gameplay commentary to organize my thoughts better. And it's just because sometimes in a live commentary setting, you know, you miss points that you wanted to emphasize. You don't emphasize things enough, et cetera, et cetera. Sometimes I just get I get distracted and go off on crazy, weird-ass tangents, and then end up somewhere where I didn't want to be talking about something that I originally didn't want to talk about. And that's what this video is for. Now, for those this is for you ardent DayZ players and all of you, really, just to keep in mind, again, when you're interacting with DayZ fans and stuff like that, a lot of people, some people I've found, refuse to admit that hacking and or scripting is an issue in DayZ. It's not an issue to them. They say, oh, it's not an issue. I don't know nothing about it. I never heard about it. I don't know nothing about nothing. And they close their ears, they close their eyes, you know, see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil, because in the minds of these fanboys, which is what they are, some of them, how dare you say anything bad about DayZ? Because DayZ was my game. I was playing it before it was cool. I'm the hipster-ass bitch of gaming. I was playing DayZ before it was cool. I love Rocket. Anything Rocket does is amazing. Rocket could do no wrong. How dare you imply that Rocket isn't doing the best job of anybody ever that develops video games? And I just have to point out, and I want to point out to everybody, and hopefully Rocket, somebody that has Rocket's ears listening to this, DayZ is very popular, and it has come out recently that DayZ is now going to be developed as a standalone game under the proprietary umbrella of Bohemian Interactive. And here's the thing, that game is rightly so going to be very popular, just like the DayZ mod was popular. But you have to, in this developmental stage, right? Because think about this. In what other game have we seen an alpha test? An alpha test, which is what DayZ is. It's still in technically an alpha phase. When have we ever seen an alpha test of a mod outsell an original video game? The DayZ mod, which is still an alpha, has resulted in more sales of Arma 2 and Arma 2 DLC than Arma 2 itself. Go look it up. That's true. It's resulted in something, I think, about 500,000 plus new sales of the game. And to the DayZ developers, both the people working on the mod and the standalone game, if it's going to be run on the Bohemian on the same engine or similar engine as Arma 2, you have to limit hacking. You have to take every step to ensure that that doesn't happen, because what you have right now is a fertile ground for instilling visions of what the game is going to be, both is now and is going to be, in the minds of your new players, of the people that plop down their money and will continue to plop down, or may continue to plop down their money for your game. You have to ensure that they are having the best experience possible. So everything needs to be halted. Development on everything. If you're fixing this inventory glitch, no, stop it. Fix the hacking. I don't even care if they aren't in charge of BattlEye. Every single day should be spent calling whoever is in charge of BattlEye to figure out how to stop it. Because you cannot, when a game is in a developmental stage such as this, you cannot have such a widespread base of people have their experience soured by hackers and scripters. Now, why the game is hackable is actually kind of cool. There's a great post about it on the DayZ forums, on the DayZmod.com. You can go to the forums there and check it out. It's about how the game itself, Arma 2, is supposed to be a military simulator, and the game wants you to be able to use scripts when you're using single player. When you're playing single player and just kind of sandboxing it, the game wants you to be able to do that. But when you introduce a multiplayer component, when you introduce that, and you start selling the game contingent on that multiplayer aspect, you have to ensure the sanctity of the coding. You have to ensure that people's experiences will not be soured by hackers and script kiddies. So to the DayZ mods, to the DayZ developers, everybody that's working both on the mod itself and the standalone game, you need to devote all your time to the hacking and scripting problem, because it is widespread. Go into any populated server on DayZ and see what I'm talking about. The problem is widespread, and it needs to be quelled right now while the game is still in its developmental phases, because once you get everybody, the player base, soured in the developmental phases, your game is done. DayZ, the standalone game, is not going to do well. But anyway, guys, that's my time. I got to get out of here. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to drop a like on this video if you did enjoy. Remember, likes, favorites, comments, and shares via Facebook and Twitter do help me out. Also, be sure to check me out on Twitter at Lefty643. There was a link in the description, twitter.com/Lefty643. Go ahead and check me out there. Interact with me on Twitter again at Lefty643. Thank you guys for joining. I hope you enjoyed. I'm out.